Fire on the Congress party and particularly the Nehru-Gandhi family while replying to the debate on constitution in the lower house of the parliament. Addressing the Lok Sabha during the special debate to mark the 75 years of the constitution, the Prime Minister was unsparing on the 4 generations of the Nehru-Gandhi family, accusing them of repeatedly attacking the constitution to serve their own narrow political interests. The Prime Minister reminded the House of late Prime Minister Nehru's letter to Chief Ministers in which he said that if constitution becomes a hindrance in a way, then it should be changed. He then revisited the black chapter of emergency, highlighting how Indira Gandhi, to save her own chair, imposed emergency and snatched away the people's fundamental rights. The Prime Minister also recalled how the late Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi overturned the Shah Banu verdict given by the Supreme Court to appease the vote bank. Former Congress President Sonia Gandhi as well as Rahul Gandhi were also on the Prime Minister's target as he reminded the country about the Congress putting up a non-elected advisory panel above the PMO and the episode when Rahul tore apart an ordinance passed by the cabinet. Take a look.
प्रधानमंत्री पंडित नेहरू जी ने मुख्यमंत्रियों को एक चिट्ठी लिखी थी। अगर संविधान हमारे रास्ते के बीच में आ जाए, ये नेहरू जी लिख रहे हैं, तो हर हाल में संविधान में परिवर्तन करना चाहिए। जब इंदिरा जी के चुनाव को गैर रीति के कारण, असंवैधानिक तरीके से चुनाव लड़ने के कारण अदालत ने उनके चुनाव को खारिज कर दिया, तो उन्होंने गुस्से में आकर के देश पर इमरजेंसी थोप दी। अपनी कुर्सी बचाने के लिए उस समय के प्रधानमंत्री राजीव गांधी ने शाह बानो की उस भावना को, सुप्रीम कोर्ट की उस भावना को नकार दिया और उन्होंने वोट बैंक की राजनीति के खातिर संविधान की भावना को बलि चढ़ा दिया और कट्टरपंथियों के सामने सर झुकाने का काम कर दिया। प्रधानमंत्री के ऊपर एक गैर संवैधानिक और जिसने कोई शपथ भी नहीं लिया था, नेशनल एडवाइजरी काउंसिल पीएमओ के भी ऊपर बैठा दिया और एक पीढ़ी आगे चले और उस पीढ़ी ने क्या किया? संविधान का अपमान करने वाले अहंकार से भरे लोगों ने पत्रकारों के सामने कैबिनेट के निर्णय को फाड़ दिया। अगर सबसे बड़ा जुमला कोई था और वो 4 पीढ़ी ने चलाया, वो जुमला था गरीबी हटाओ। गरीब को इस मुश्किल से मुक्ति मिले, ये हमारा बहुत बड़ा मिशन है। जिनको कोई नहीं पूछता, इनको मोदी पूजता है।
So the BJP and the allies hailed the Prime Minister's speech, calling it historic, saying the Prime Minister has shown mirror to the Congress and exposed how there was an assault on the Constitution during the Congress rule.
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने विस्तार से कांग्रेस पार्टी को आईना दिखाया है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी ने आजादी के बाद से आज तक, जब तक शासन में वो रहे, किस तरह संविधान की उन्होंने धज्जियां उड़ाई। संविधान के प्रति उनका कोई मान नहीं है। संविधान को कलंकित करने का काम कांग्रेस पार्टी ने किया है, यह उनको आईना दिखाया प्रधानमंत्री।
उन्होंने, कांग्रेस ने जो संविधान की धज्जियां उड़ाया, उसका पर्चा उखेड़ दिया और कहा हमने जो संविधान में परिवर्तन किया वो गरीबों के लिए किया। और 11 संकल्प देश ले, सदन ले और परिवारवाद पे उन्होंने बड़ा छोड़ा।
सिविल कोड के बारे में भी बोला उन्होंने।
हाँ, कॉमन सिविल कोड को कांग्रेस ने रोका, अब हम लाएंगे।
ऐतिहासिक भाषण, विपक्ष को सीखना चाहिए भाषण कैसे होता है जब आप फील करते हैं, जब कथनी करनी में अंतर नहीं होता। प्रधानमंत्री जी की शालीनता की आज चर्चा हो रही है। उन्होंने विपक्ष का ना नाम लिया, न उनको अपनी चर्चा में लाया। एक बहुत बड़ी बात थी। इस भाषण से बहुत बड़ा संदेशा महिलाओं को गया, युवाओं को गया, आदिवासी समाज को गया, हर वो छोटे गरीब वर्ग को गया, जिसके लिए प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी की योजनाएं और वो 11 संकल्प ये एक बहुत बड़ी चर्चा का विषय बन गया। जो 11 संकल्प उन्होंने लिया, इससे पता चलता है कि देश को कितनी ऊंचाई पर ले जा रहे हैं प्रधानमंत्री जी।
So if the allies and the NDA leaders hailed the Prime Minister's speech, the opposition clearly was not impressed with the Prime Minister. While Priyanka Gandhi Vadra said it was boring, other India bloc parties felt that the Prime Minister's speech lacked substance as it did not focus on the real issues.
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने एक नई चीज नहीं बोली, और कर दिया पूरी तरह से। मुझे बहुत दशकों बाद ये एहसास हुआ कि मैं वो जो स्कूल में जो मैथ का डबल पीरियड होता था ना, कि मैं उसमें बैठी और उसमें वो नड्डा जी भी ऐसे हाथ मल रहे थे, फिर मोदी जी ने उनकी तरफ देखा तो अचानक वो ऐसे लगने एक्टिंग करने लग गई कि मैं सुन रहा हूँ। अमित शाह जी यूं यूं अपना सर छू रहे थे, पीयूष गोयल जी पीछे ऐसे लग रहे थे कि सोने वाले हैं। मैंने सोचा था प्रधानमंत्री जी कुछ नया बोलेंगे, कुछ अच्छा बोलेंगे। उनके खोखले 11 संकल्प, अगर भ्रष्टाचार के प्रति जीरो टॉलरेंस है तो अडानी पे बहस तो करो।
It was a completely disappointing speech by the Prime Minister, as he should have spoken about the constitutional things which strengthen the constitution, India's constitution. It was a very disappointing, and it was just an electoral speech only.
देखिए, बहुत लंबा भाषण था और आपसे बेहतर कौन जानता होगा जुमले से किसको जाना जाता था। आज हम लोगों को 11 जुमलों का संकल्प सुनने को मिला। 15 लाख जुमला था, किसान की आय दोगुनी होगी वो जुमला था, 1 करोड़ नौकरी मिलेगी वो जुमला था, अग्निवीर जैसी नौकरी एक बड़ा जुमला है, जीएसटी जुमला निकला।
प्रधानमंत्री जी को ये जरूर मानना होगा, परिवार तंत्र, परिवारवाद, ये सब उन्होंने बोल सकते, बट कांग्रेस was the main strength to fight against the British government. Their role, their performances in the freedom struggle, every Indian recognizes. One person, if he speaks for long 2 hours, many issues will come. So there may be few good issues, there may be few bad issues also. So on that angle, it is a mixed type.
वो जो करने चाहते हैं वो बोला, लेकिन उसको बारे में जो क्रिटिसिज्म हुआ उसको जवाब नहीं दिया। वो परिवारवाद वगैरह के खिलाफ बोला, लेकिन जो दंगा होता है, महिलाओं पर अत्याचार होता है, ये सब सवाल पे कोई जवाब नहीं दिया।
Well, earlier on day 2 of the constitution debate in Lok Sabha, it was the leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi who addressed the House and accused the BJP of being anti-constitution. In fact, Rahul quoted Savarkar and claimed that he wanted the country's constitution to be superseded by Manusmriti. He also gave the analogy of Ekalavya's thumb. Listen in.
Mr. Savarkar has clearly stated in his writings that there is nothing Indian about our constitution. He has clearly stated that the book India is run by should be superseded by this book. जैसे एकलव्य का अंगूठा काटा गया, वैसे ही आप हिंदुस्तान के युवाओं का सबका अंगूठा काटते हो। जब आप अदानी जी को धारावी देते हो, तो आप धारावी के जो एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं, जो स्मॉल एंड मीडियम बिजनेसेस हैं, उनका आप अंगूठा काटते हो। हिंदुस्तान के सारे जो फेयर प्ले बिजनेसेस हैं, जो ईमानदारी से काम करते हैं, आप उन सब का अंगूठा काटते हो जब आप अदानी की मदद करते हो। लड़की का परिवार बाहर नहीं जा सकता है, जो अपराधी हैं वो उनको रोज धमकाते हैं और वो बाहर घूमते हैं। बेटी का जो अंतिम संस्कार था वो भी नहीं करने दिया, और चीफ मिनिस्टर ने इसके बारे में खुलकर मीडिया में झूठ बोला है। ये कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में कहां लिखा है? 5 लोगों को गोली मार के हत्या कर दी, ये कहां लिखा है कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में? ये कहां लिखा है? कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में तो लिखा है प्रोहिबिशन ऑफ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन ऑफ ग्राउंड्स ऑफ रिलीजन,
My colleague Sabyasachi joins us on the broadcast with the details. Sabyasachi, on both sides, the speech on Constitution. On one hand, the Prime Minister attacked the Nehru Gandhi family. On the other hand, the Rahul Gandhi claimed it was the ideology of the BJP that was against the Constitution. Take us through the highlights.
Well, that's right, Pratibha. See, Prime Minister Narendra Modi step by step spoke about how the BJP government is upholding the constitution in the country, whereas on the other hand, he also criticized the Congress party for demeaning the constitution time and again. He cited several examples, be it Indira Gandhi or Rajiv Gandhi and the present Gandhi family. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi stated that in the last 75 years, 55 years have been the Congress party have been in power, and these 55 years they have changed the constitution 75 times as per their wish. Now the Congress party has developed the habit of hunting, and their policies are being carried forward. Now Prime Minister Narendra Modi also highlighted that the period of emergency was a dark mark in the history, and this cannot be removed by the Congress party, and how the constitutional right of several citizens, how the political leaders were captured during that particular time. See, on the other hand, Mr. Rahul Gandhi attacked the BJP government and mentioned Veer Savarkar's name, stated that Veer Savarkar, who's been ideologized by the BJP government, he said that Veer Savarkar wanted that the constitution should be superseded by the Manusmriti. Now, Mr. Rahul Gandhi also said that as per the Manusmriti, the Dalit, the OBCs are second-class citizens. Now, the BJP also questioned this particular remark coming in from Mr. Rahul Gandhi, stating that it was Indira Gandhi who had called Veer Savarkar as a remarkable son of India. In fact, Indira Gandhi had also launched a postal stamp in Veer Savarkar's name and had donated some amount in the name of Veer Savarkar Trust. So whether Indira Gandhi is also anti-national or not is what the BJP MPs have been questioning. Also, Rahul Gandhi cited the example of Eklavya many times in his speech, where he said that like in Mahabharata, Eklavya had to cut off his thumb. Similarly, the BJP government is cutting off the thumb of the youth in the country. So clearly the war of words has been escalating between the BJP and the opposition, whereas the several opposition leaders in fact cited that the speech of Prime Minister Narendra Modi did not had any substance. It was boring and did not speak on the constitution much, but rather focused on attacking the Congress party. Meanwhile, whether it is a BJP or Prime Minister Narendra Modi, they had emphasized on the fact that how in the past the Congress party and members of the Gandhi family had changed the constitution in the name of appeasement.
Yes, takeaway also being the fact that the parliament saw a healthy debate, a debate where there were no disruptions after what we saw over the last 1.5 weeks. Sabyasachi, do stay with us. While the India bloc is fumed over the Prime Minister's scathing attack on the Congress, let's take a look at the 11th Sankalp that the Prime Minister spoke of in the Lok Sabha. He spoke about what the Sankalp is for the country. He said everyone should perform their duties. That was Sankalp 1. And he spoke about how everyone should develop together. So the Prime Minister really sharing a vision for the country, where he spoke about zero tolerance towards corruption. And he said that we should take pride in our nation's traditions. Remember, the Prime Minister has been speaking about ensuring that we have pride in the nation's traditions. This is an issue that the Prime Minister has been very vocal of. He also spoke about freedom from a mentality of slavery or shedding the colonial baggage, also saying that politics should be free from Parivarwad. So this was the big attack on dynasty politics, where he said politics should not be about one family, it should be free from Parivarwad. He said that we don't weaponize Samvidhan, but instead we respect it. Also appealing that we need to stop attempts to give a religion-based quota. The Prime Minister spoke about one of the burning issues in the country that has been spoken of during the elections as well, saying we should get rid of religion-based quota, saying we should become an example for women-led Vikas, and how development of the nation, where development of the state is the need of the hour, and Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat should be the aim. Sabyasachi, thank you for joining us with those details. Of course, the war of words likely to continue today as well, and we're keeping a track of that. For now, slipping into a quick break here. We'll be right back. Stay with us.